Welcome to the Distance Learning Kitchen, where we put a little heart into everything we make. Today we're going to make pretzel bites. And with these twisted pretzel bites, we're going to do it in a shortcut way by using already prepared pizza dough. So we're going to take this canned pizza crust dough and open it up. And our directions tell us that we're going to put this on a floured surface. Oh yes, this is one of those where we have to press it with a spoon until it pops open. There we go. We're going to take our dough out of this, and we're just going to open it up. And I'm going to just move it over a little bit. Okay. And we need to cut this into 3.5-inch strips. And if you're not sure, just grab your ruler and you'll be able to find out about how wide you need to make those. All right. Now, with these strips, we need to take them and roll them. So I'm going to take these and just move them out of the way. That one we might have to trim down. All right. We want to roll this. And I don't think we need all that flour. And so we're going to roll this into about 5-inch strips, and then we're going to cut these. So there's our 5, and here's 10, and I think do that, and we'll use that to add to another. And what we're going to do is we need to take these and tie them into a knot, just like so. And so the nice thing about this is that it's very forgiving, and you can stretch it if you need to just go ahead and get that knot. All right, let's get another piece of dough. Let's just roll that out a little bit. I think that first one was just a little too thick compared to when I've done pretzels before. We're going to find out. There we go. 5, 10. There we go. Yeah. All right. So you can see this is not going to take a lot of effort on your part. And while I'm doing this, I just want to let you know that I have my oven preheating to 450 degrees. I also have a pan of water that is coming to a boil that I'm going to be adding this baking soda to. I needed to take 5 cups of water and put it in a saucepan, about a 4-quart saucepan, and bring it to a boil. Add this baking soda and stir it. Make sure it's boiling because we're going to need that to dip these knots into. I also have 1 egg that we're going to beat. We're going to need to coat our pretzel knots with it. Okay. There we go. And if you are looking at this recipe compared to the actual pretzels where we made the dough, this is obviously much faster. It's a convenience thing that you could do. So it's a great way to take a convenience product and make it more like homemade. All right, so I need to cut these, but I know that this dough is just too thick for that. So I'm going to really work on rolling this out into a nice long piece of dough. And there, that'll work a whole lot better. So definitely, if you are short on time, but you still want to do something that's more homemade, find recipes where you could take convenience products like this already made pizza crust dough and see what you can make. Obviously, you could turn it into pizza, but I just was wanting to find something just a little different for you to think about what you could do. And certainly, since this is the week with Halloween, you can certainly take these, turn them into breadsticks, and you can arrange them with some dips in it and use them for a nice little at-home Halloween celebration that you want to have with your family to just make it a little more festive. There we go. And then I'm going to take this piece here and definitely roll that. There we go. And with that extra dough there, I'm going to just kind of smush it together and roll it. And then we'll be ready to put this into our water once I add that baking soda. All right. Now this pretzel here, well, it doesn't even want to do that, so I'm just going to roll it. See if I can get it to come out. Yeah, there we go. Turn that into a knot. Can I get this one into a knot? Maybe, maybe not. All right, but we're not going to waste this, so let's just do it this way and see what we can get out of it. All right, we're going to turn the camera off so that we can come over here and get positioned for the water, and we'll be right back. All right, let's remember some of that safety from our first couple of weeks of school. Always take your lid off with it going away from you because you don't want to risk burning yourself. All right, I'm going to add this baking soda, and I want to give it a good stir. Okay, now what I need to do is I need to take these donuts and I'm going to add them to the water when it's boiling, and so we're going to bring that back to a boil. And it says to keep them in here for about 30 seconds and then take them out when the dough starts to get a little dimply. All right, the reason for the baking soda, so while this is coming back to a boil, the reason for the baking soda is, and the water, and putting your pretzels in here, it says it helps to give it that nice puffy texture on the inside, that nice soft texture that you have with the soft pretzels. So as soon as this comes back, my goodness, here we go. What do they say? A watched pot never boils. Oh, there it goes. I didn't want to put this in here without it boiling, so here it comes. And while we're waiting for that, I just want to show you that I went ahead and I just took this egg and I mixed it up with a fork. We just want to beat it really good, because after these come out and are put on the tray, we're going to brush them with that egg mixture and then sprinkle some kosher salt on top. If you can't have egg white, you can use the egg yolk. If you can't have egg, you can just put your salt on without it, but that just helps it to stay a little bit, the salt to stay on, to adhere better to your pretzels. All right, so we have our water boiling, and I'm going to add these. The instructions on the recipe say to put 3 of these in. Oh, excuse me, not 3, 6 of them in at a time. I'm counting in my head here. I'm giving you the wrong amount. And then we're going to wait 30 seconds before we take them out. So here we go. And as they're boiling, you can see them starting to puff a little bit, and that's a really good thing to see because that's what it's supposed to do. So we're going to let that continue to go. Oh, nice. Oh, wow, that looks really good. You really are starting to take some good shape there. And it is 30 seconds. So let's go ahead and stop that. We're going to take these out. Shake our water off and put them on a greased cookie tray. And I went ahead and I already greased my tray. I sprayed a little bit of the nonstick cooking spray. Remember, a good tip is to do that in your sink so that if you have any overspray, it's going right in your sink, not on your counter, not on your floor. It makes cleanup so much easier. All right, here we go. I'm going to put our next batch of pretzels in, our little pretzel knots. Again, we'll do the 6, and I'll set my timer for the 30 seconds. And while that's happening, I'm going to bring these over so that you can see the egg wash going on. And the recipe says to spread these out on the cookie sheet about a 1/2 inch apart. There we go. And then our salt, our kosher salt, the granules are very large. And you can put as little or as much salt as you prefer. So when you go to the mall and you get those nice pretzels, if you have to scrape some of the salt off because they're too salty, well, then I don't think you're going to put a lot of salt on these. Oh my goodness, look at these. They look great. That one maybe is a little too big, but hey, we're learning, right? And that's what's important, is that as you're doing this, you're going to see which works better and which doesn't work out quite as well. All right. And let me put the last ones in. And again, just remember some kitchen safety here. Don't just drop these in and let them splash everywhere. That would not be a good thing to do. Okay, so just gently put them in, set our timer. And let's coat this with our egg wash. And then our salt. Another thing you can do when these come out of the oven, if you like the cinnamon and sugar pretzels, you can absolutely do that as well. You can just take these out and you can roll them in a cinnamon and sugar mixture. And they will taste delicious. But you don't want to do that until they come out. All right, and I'm putting these on this tray because I have enough on the first tray. Alrighty, so what I'm going to do is put these in the oven and I'm going to bake them, and when they come out, we'll see how they turned out. So we'll be right back. All right, we're back, and take a look at these. They just came out of the oven. They're beautiful. What I like to do is to just take some melted butter and just brush that on top. Oh my goodness, there's nothing better than just that buttery pretzel bite. And then once I go through and get these covered with a little bit of butter, I'm going to take them and put them on the cooling rack so they can cool a bit before you take a bite. Just remember, these have just come out of a 450-degree oven. They've baked for 10 minutes. You're not going to go pop one of these in your mouth right away. If you do, you're going to know it because you're going to burn your mouth. And they just come right off the sheet. Whoop. Oh, they look really good. This is a great little recipe to do when you want to have just a little bit of something homemade, but you just don't have the time to do it because of school or work. This will give you that. And oh, what a great snack to have for watching football games, just having some time with your family, getting together with families, having movie night, whatever you're doing, binge watching Netflix, and you'll just enjoy these. So let's try it. Let's take a look. Oh, look at that nice soft dough in there. These are really hot. Oh, they have a great crunch on the outside. Oh, they're better than what you can get in the mall. All right, nice crunch on the outside, nice soft texture on the inside. So I challenge you to make these, and just remember, whatever you do, have fun in the kitchen and put a little heart into everything you make. Thank you for joining me. See you next time.